Ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is your friend Palomas, and I am going to try to make your day just a little bit better today than what I hope that it is already. It's not to brag, I don't want to brag about it, but the Green Forest is done. But what if not? Like I said, this is not to brag about it. I'm going to give you in this video the 5 tips so you can do the same, you can beat the forest, and what are the lessons learned so you can apply in your account and beat the content as well. Let's go.
Otro vídeo del Paloma, otro vídeo del Paloma, quiero más.
Well, the first and most important thing to talk about and discuss are your decks. Of course, I have to say, guys, I prepared for this for many months before. Talked to my family, I went to the Tibet, I did some meditation, I prepared myself to come to these conclusions.
But Palomas, the forest only came about 1 week ago.
Well, I was preparing since before that. And this is what I have. A really careful study. And what are the 5 most important things about the forest? And here it goes. The first and most important is to talk about what do you have to bring plenty of. Now, I made a video on what is the best way to build your decks. You have 2 ways to go, and I don't think that there's a wrong choice here, because the information shows that both of them yield good results, if that makes sense. So, my first initial thought was, make a deck of damage dealers and make a deck of supports. Revivers, cleansers, debuffers, blah 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 blah. Because in my mind is, if you're going to be pulling 50 and 50, you will always get damage dealers, guaranteed, and you will always get support, guaranteed. But I went to consult with AI, and the AI said, you're wrong, my friend. What you want to do is to build 2 balanced decks. That actually gets you a better chance at a balanced squad. Now, I don't know if this is true. In the test server, I did damage and support. Now, on my main account, I did 2 balanced decks, or sort of balanced, and it worked well. So both work well. I don't think there's a wrong choice here. Whatever you prefer, I think you should be good as long as you bring good champions. So that being said, and discussing about how to distribute them, the next thing is to discuss what to bring a lot of. You have to bring booty clappers. That's the most important thing. You have to bring a lot of damage. It doesn't have to be Marius or Thor or Arnorn or Tolin. Doesn't have to be these champions. Bring your best damage dealers, but at least make sure that you bring, let me say, 7, like 15 total, 7 and 7, or if you're gonna do a full damage dealer, well, of course, you want a full deck of damage dealers, but you have to bring plenty, because if you don't bring booty clappers, you will be struggling across all of the scenarios, all of the bosses. You need heavy damage, so bring as much as you can, at least 7 and 7 if you're doing 2 balanced decks. Now, the thing that I was surprised about is the importance of control. I have to say it, I hate Armans, I try not to use it, and actually, if I might confess, it's the first time that I use Armans is in this forest, because he's an excellent controller. He was surprisingly an MVP in a lot of scenarios, a lot of stages. And this is of course because he is so good at controlling. He stuns, he steals the turn meter. He is so good. Hopefully you have Armans. Hopefully you have an Gigante as well. I don't like to recommend her a lot because she was a limited champion, so not everyone was lucky enough to pull her. But she's an excellent controller as well. It doesn't matter what name you put to those champions, you have to bring plenty. Because in the advanced stages, the control disarms completely all of these champions that are extremely powerful, they are heavy, they are wielding relics as well. But if you bring enough control, you have nothing to worry about. Fabian is extremely powerful in every scenario that you can bring Fabian. You have to bring him, you have to bring control and bring plenty, so you have a good chance of pulling control as well. Now, the other thing that you have to bring a lot of, and that's because of this guy, where are you? Because of this dude here. Fergius or Frigius or Frigius, however you want to call this nasty guy. He's going to be popping everywhere. and he's going to yield good rewards, and you will need to be prepared for him. It doesn't matter how much damage you bring. Actually, the more damage you bring, the more frequently he will be returning damage to you with those gold plates or with these shields that he's stacking. The more powerful you are, if you bring the shields quickly, he will be returning a lot of damage quicker even. So the other thing you want to bring plenty of is heal, shields. You want a lot of shields, you want a lot of reduced damage, you want a lot of ally protection, maybe even. If you have good champs that block damage or that are bringing unkillable, that's also great, because what I will say that a good composition for this is bringing 2 good damage dealers. I mean, if we were to do it here, I would do, for example, this, bring in Thor, bring in Tholin, and then the other 3, I will do full shield, support, heal, unkillable, block damage, because this guy will be returning a lot of damage. If you bring good champions that will be keeping those shields, for example, Mitrala, free champion, great for this content. Nergigante with the heals, she's good. Raka is good for the shields as well, as she revives, great option. Oella, an underrated healer. I mean, there's a lot of options that you can do, mix and match, but make sure that you bring a lot of heals with the damage dealers. You don't want to do 4 damage dealers and 1 support. You want to be heavier on the support, as long as, of course, you have good damage dealers. You don't want to bring just terrible damage dealers, and that way you're not going to do anything. You want good damage, but also you want a lot of support. So this is the reason of why we want to be prepared to battle all of these Ferguses around the entire scenario. So we're talking about damage, we talk about control of waves, and we talk about a lot of shields and heals and reduction or mitigation of damage. Now, the other things that you have to bring some of. You don't have to bring a lot, but you definitely need it. Surprisingly, in this content, the debuff that is most important is the heal reduction. In the same way, wait, what am I doing? Where is heal reduction here? Here it is. In the same way that the shielding and that damage mitigation is important to bring plenty of to battle these Ferguses, you will need heal reduction to battle the mimics. And also, one of the bosses is really weak with the heal reduction, is this lady here, Isheth. She's also weak against the heal reduction. I beat her here with this heal reduction. That's all you have to bring for the chests and also the mimics and also for this boss. Now, you don't have to bring a lot of these ones. I mean, you don't have to bring 7 champions with heal reduction. I would say bring 2 to 3, because if you don't get it, if you don't get lucky on that pool, you can just do a reshuffle and try to bring that champion in. So we were talking here, we have here it is. So in this example, Leminisi was a free champion. She is great. She places that debuff for 2 turns. We have the MVP of the heal reduction, Morrigan. She does it on her passive for 2 turns as well, and it's protected, which is sweet. So that's great. And if you have an Archbishop, he's also good. I was commenting on my Spanish video. I even forgot that I brought this guy in with the heal reduction, but he's also good for that. And just bring whomever you have. If you don't have these champions, but you have any other, bring that champ. But at least bring 2 or 3, so you make sure that you're able to tackle the mimics and you're able to tackle some of these bosses. Now, the other 2 debuffs that you have to bring some of, but you don't have to bring a lot, are freeze and HP burn. Freeze, because it's I'm not gonna say it required, but it's gonna make your life easier when you go against Tauraze or Taraz, however you wanna pronounce him. Freeze will be really good against this boss. You freeze him and you profit. It's super easy to beat if you bring freeze, but freeze also happens to be a great control debuff. Remember we talked about control? Freeze gains a lot of value in this content as well. In this case, I brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freezers, but honestly, this was an accident. I was only thinking on Cyrenaic with Lady Noel as my freezers to be able to bring that debuff. Ninja is a plus. I actually brought him as an HP burner, but he freezes as well. Same case with Newt. I brought Newt for the damage for the bosses, but the freeze also is very welcome. And HP burn, of course, Leshun, the main boss, is weak against HP burns. Where is it? Here it is. And also I think there's another one of those bosses is weak to HP burn. And by the way, Geomancer, he was the MVP everywhere that I brought him. top champion still. All the bosses succumb to Geomancer. I use him. I don't know if I broke him with Lechon. Did I? No, I did not. I used him somewhere and he just melted the boss. Was it? Who was it? I don't even remember. So anyway, let's do a recap of what we need to bring. Let me check my notes and my meditation. You have to bring a lot of damage, a lot of control, a lot of shield, heal, unkillable, / block damage. That's what you have to bring a lot of. Support will never be enough. You know, clean buffs, block debuffs, all of these things will be really good. And bring some heal reduction, burn HP, and some freeze. As long as you have that combination in here, I'm telling you, you will be good. Now, tip number 2, and I think this is even more important. You have to take it easy. You have to beat the content calm. There's no rush. You don't have to beat the content in one day. No one will think that you are great. You won't get a new girlfriend because you did it in 2 days. No one will be proud at work of you because you beat the forest in a video game in 3 days. Chill, take it easy. Beat the content, go through the easy stage. There's no shame beating the easy content first.
Oh, there's a boss in here. I'm gonna go the other way around.
That's fine, that's perfect. Why is it important to take it easy? Because if you try to tackle the hard content, and I'm gonna use the example, let's say if you go and you're lucky to find the bosses in your first 3 days and you want to go to Lechon, you might have an issue because if you take it easy, your squad level will be going up. I apologize, it's in Spanish, but you know what I'm talking about. All of these cards in here, all of these attributes, look at this beauty. 90% HP, that's almost double. 165 attack? What? Dude, chill. Wait a minute. 26 speed, 500 resistance? Palomas, what are you doing? Alright, this is because I took it easy. You are beating the content without any rush. As long as you're using your 30 energy every day, you will be growing up, you will be leveling up, you will be accumulating cards, you will be finding the altars, which are great. The health altar, probably the most powerful of them all, allows you to bring one more champion when the draw happens. The repeat altar, extremely powerful as well, because you can make more rolls every day. This is daily. More daily rolls, and the curio altars as well. Incredibly powerful. In this case, we have all of these slots unlocked. So, the combination of all of the curios that you accumulate, the altars that you find, and the cards will make it easier. So, there's no shame on taking it easy, going slow, beat the content that you can beat.
Oh, Fergus was too hard for me.
You don't have to beat him today. Beat the guy in 1 week. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to do it quickly. So that's the tip number 2. Take it easy. Level up and you will be beating the content easier moving forward. Next tip that we're going to talk about is, of course, I think I already mentioned, you have to use your re-rolls. If you didn't get lucky, you didn't get the champions, actually I just used, for example here, I had to use a re-roll because the first draw that I got for the Queen of Hearts, I got terrible champions, or not terrible champions, but I got champions that were not fit to fight her. So this team, as you can see, I don't have any heavy damage dealer. I'm bringing Nergigante as control, Mithral as support, Donatello as support, Corvus with the poisons, Geomante with the HP burn, and this was enough to beat this team. This is what I used to beat the team. And you know, if you're not lucky to pull it that one champ or that combination, that combo of champs, use your reroll. Use it, see if you get lucky. You didn't get lucky? Try again. You didn't get lucky again? Try again. Keep trying. Now, if you don't get luck or you waste all of your repeat rerolls for the day, chill, beat some other stages today, and come back tomorrow. What's the rush? This is what I'm saying, you see? It's about taking it easy. That's what you have to do. Last but not least, let's go to the last tip. Is this the fifth? I think it is the fifth. Let's think about you didn't build your decks correctly. You didn't bring that champ that you wanted to bring, you forgot about him, or you just fused a champ that you want to bring, but you already selected your deck. Now, what you can do is go to the vendor here, which is the little sack thingy, and buy yourself one of those reshuffle tokens. So you will go here on the reshuffling and you will be able, I mean, you can use 5 of these per rotation. And of course, each one of these tokens will allow you to change up to 5 champions. Now, in this example that I'm showing you here, all my champions are locked. Honestly, I don't know why, but I think that what happens is that if you pull champions for a particular scenario, then those champions cannot be swapped. Let's say that I did confirm. So once you confirm, all of these champions are compromised or are locked. So of course, because I already did this pull, I cannot change Raf, I cannot change Raka, I cannot change Sifi, because you already have him locked in here. So the other thing is, if you feel that you will want to do one of these redraws, try not to open up a lot of stages, because what will happen is exactly this. I don't know if you noted, but Sifi was available before doing this example, and now she is not. So this is why, you see? You pull the champs, and if those champs are pulled for this stage, you cannot use anymore. So what you want to do, if you didn't bring the champ that you wanted, is use one of these tokens and you will be golden. My friends, that's everything for today. I hope that this was a little bit helpful. I mean, it's a little bit a chat about the lessons learned that we had with this green forest. Honestly, extremely fun. Every time that I depleted my energy, for example right now, I cannot wait for tomorrow's reset, so I can do it all over again. And I can beat all of this content. I mean, I beat all of the bosses, I beat all of these hard or the hardest stages that are here. So what I'm going to do is just clear it out, just for the sake of completeness, for the sake of getting more talismans, of course, because you want that mythical champion, you want that frame. Oh wow, you want this. What is this avatar? Who is this? It's looking nasty. So you want this as well. So anyway, my friends, let me know if you found this useful. I'm gonna keep giving some love to this channel, but not this week, because this week I am off to Las Vegas, baby. So I'm not gonna be doing anything for 1 week. That's it for today. Take care. This was Palomas.
Palo no se ante mi